Hello, hello. My name is Raul Norton, also known as Do, and welcome to the 7030 Opinion Space. Well, it's the last Saturday and also the last day of the year. So, this is the day before the New Year's. So, I must say that I'm very excited to be moving into 2023 because, like I said earlier, 2022 was a tough year. I can't speak for everyone, but for me, this was one of those years where I feel like everything, and I could only speak on my little circle, but everything I'm familiar with and every scenario and situation in my little circle feel like it was on a hyper crash course to destruction. So this year has been kind of like, if you didn't think it was going to happen, it happened. And it don't necessarily mean that it happened directly to me. It just means it happened within the facility or around me. So, but since it's the last day of the year and we trying to go into 2023, I figured, hey, I could ramble and try to get back to talking about the intro and the start and, how it looked for the whole 53 videos that I got done this year. I'm very proud of myself to say, hey, I stuck with it because it was tough at times. So stuck with it. This is number 53. I made it through the year. I give my opinion. I stayed away from a lot of, different topics and different social events and different things that could make things complicated. I just stick to my simple opinions and thought process and what I was thinking about. I try to throw out as much insight that I have at the time pertaining to what I had to say. So this is just me saying, it was a cool ride. I enjoyed the right off the top conversations in the video. I'm thinking maybe in the future I should be able to, maybe do a little bit more scripted stuff so I could actually write down my thoughts and read off of it so I could, put it to the audience with a more clear and concise manner. I'm not sure if or when I'm going to do something like that. But what I do know is that I believe the way I started my video to discuss the 70-30, and that was just me saying, there's a matter of unbalance always in the world, no matter where you go. So, from that perspective, that's how I throw out the 70-30. It was no, again, there was no science to it. I just figure out, in most scenarios, there's a up or down scale and, it's never proportionate. So it's not like it's a 50-50 scale or a 60-40 scale, because a lot of people would think like, that's kind of reasonable. Somebody doing all the work, they get 60, the guy who's doing less get 40. And, so the 50-50, 51, anywhere amounts in that scale, it feels like people could accept that as okay. But the reason I said it's 70-30, because it's a position of authority and power when you have 70% of the scenario in all aspect, and the other person have 30. And more than likely, I like to do the smallest number category. So more or less for me, it would have been 10 and, 10 would have been the max. It would have been 7 and 3. So it's easier to explain to someone, we got 10 pieces. You get 7, I get 3. How fair is that? Do you need any of the 3? Do I need to balance out? And that kind of stuff. So I believe I filled in as much of the gaps as I wanted on that. One of my original stance, and I still stand by it based on all different version of people complaining and speaking, was me saying, I think in my first video, it might have been the first video, I originally started off saying people are selfish. Everybody's selfish. And I still, till this day, 52 videos later, I'm still convinced that people are very selfish. And I don't think selfish is a bad thing. I think selfish can get you to an awareness that, in order for you to represent or think about yourself, you've got to be able to be conscious enough of yourself to help others to keep you getting what you need to get, right? So there's not a lot I could say about scenarios and things out there with people doing the right thing or trying to help and all that stuff. From my perspective, you're good till you're not, right? Everybody is doing what they can to be the best at what they gonna be, and inevitably they always end up slipping, and everybody knows that. But when that happens, people pretend like they don't know that, and they go in the opposite direction, right? You were good till you're not. Now that you're not, everybody treats you like you was never good, so they can move to the next good thing and trash you for whatever it is that thing is. So everybody's got a point of where we thinking about ourselves in any situation. And that's all I was gonna speak on with that selfish thing. Let me see what else I kind of trying to memorize from all these videos and what stuck out to me. Most of the videos, so we could know that in 2023 I'm going to be a better me based on these videos, and hopefully I help one or two person out there, and I would like to apologize to the people that feel like I impact their scenario in a negative way, because that's never my intent. So I would apologize in advance, and I'm going to still try to keep this video short. I don't want it to go too long, but I know it's the last video, and I just wanted to talk about my experience on this last video here. And before I decide to abruptly say, hey, that's it and that's the end, I want to wish everyone out there in the world good luck in 2023, because I'm gonna need it. So I'm just wishing everybody good luck in 2023 and hope it shines better and brighter for them. And again, with that said, I always say change is always good. I'm sticking by my guns there. That was another debated video, but at the end of my scenario, I always believe that change is always good, because change only comes when it's necessary. So that's enough explanation I have on that. I can elaborate more on it, but it doesn't need to be technical, because I also believe that I like to know that I keep things as simple and as straightforward as it is to everyone that's watching and listening. So therefore we can have a simple conversation about anything. And with me saying that, I'm going to address the word complicated again. I've said many a times that nothing is complicated. Things are difficult. If you tell me something is complicated, it's because you think that I'm not smart enough or talented enough to comprehend what you're trying to say to me. I would understand that it's difficult for me to comprehend and learn, but if you don't want to help me, you should just say so. You should not tell me something is complicated. You just say, I don't have time, or I don't believe you're capable of learning this, and we move on. But don't just look me dead in the eye and say, this is complicated. Do not make a decision for me based on my ability to comprehend. I may not be the brightest bulb in the shed, but I'm still shining. I like that. And what else we got? Well, I'm rolling up on 10 minutes, so I don't want to keep it too long. And I did enjoy, like I said, putting out these videos. I just have to find a place and a space where I could be more consistent or concise when I do video. I I just do it wherever I'm at the time and wherever it's quiet, and put together whatever I'm thinking at that point, and then just edit it, throw a little background music on it, and send it out there. I don't cut out anything. That's why I try to look at the time, because I want the video to maintain whatever it is that I was saying at the time, no matter my flaws. And to cover up the background noise, I usually throw a little music in the back so it doesn't, you don't hear the clicking and the clacking of everything around me, because I'm not a great editor and I don't want to edit too much. I just want to put out my reaction and my thought process at the time as for what it is. And I look back on my video and see that it's getting better. I'm approaching the microphone a little bit better. I'm able to talk to myself / talk to people in the screen a little better. But this took a long time, because I enjoy engaging in conversation with people and having long discussion, or not necessarily debates, just long, intense discussion. And this was very tough for me to do these videos, because even though I didn't write anything down and I'm speaking, I still wanted to speak like I am speaking to someone and they're reacting and responding, so I can actually speak and have a kind of reaction to what I'm saying. So needless to say, I believe that videos for me would be better if I had someone to talk back and forth with, but I don't. So it's just me rambling and talking and hoping that at the end of the video, when I look at the time, I say something that made sense, or someone could say, hey, I guess that was the objective. And I call it that.